guess where I am yet. That's where. Platform 10 on Temple Meads, to be precise.
Welcome to another episode of Toby Stupid Vlog.
So that's a familiar view. Not quite from this angle, but there we go. It's Bristol city centre. It's been a while. It's been a long while. This is down, I'm in M Shed, so on the balcony at the top floor, which is where TEDxBristol is happening. That's the view down to Avon Court, Avon Gorge and what have you. The top of Brandon Hill. And the cathedral and the university, obviously the physics department right there at the top looking like a castle. It's a really beautiful day for it. Nice boat. Yeah, so Avi's inside just doing his thing because he's social mediaing the whole affair, so it's going to be quite busy. I'm just making the most of the view because it's pretty special. So this is obviously Bristol docks. You can see the old cranes. They used to haul the items off the ship, but also further down there you can see that arched grey crane. That's actually steam powered, believe it or not. So there's actually an engine in there that they had to start up to make it work, and it still works. In fact, I've seen it work only a few years ago. So there you go, a little bit of history. It's a little bit windy. In fact, it's very windy. So what I'd forgotten about Bristol is there's always a nice biting breeze, even when it's nice weather. So those are all the people up there. The TEDx thing, we've just had the first 2 sessions. Really rather excellent, and you will be able to see those talks. They will be online at some point, probably before this video. Go to TEDxBristol.com. That's X, the letter X, TEDxBristol.com, and that should be able to point you in the right direction. And obviously for all other related TED Talks, you can download the TED app for your appropriate phone. So just in case you're watching this and by some miracle you have no idea who I am, because almost nobody who watches this is not somebody I've met. So I'm in Bristol. And the reason that I have a connection with Bristol is because I lived here for 10 years, from 1998 to 2008. And I lived there, so that's one of the reasons Avi moved to Bristol, and he's still here, which is one of the reasons that I've come back. So just come back to see him put on this, help put on this TED conference, which is happening right there in the M Shed over there. All the people on the balcony are all delegates, just hanging out before the next talk at 4. I'm not sure I've missed Bristol weather. At least the rain isn't horizontal. But I do know this city rather well. It seems strange, this year seems to be a year of going back to places I know very well. Bristol is definitely one of them. You live somewhere for 10 years, you get to know every street, every corner, every path, every building and every bar. So it's a little strange being back, but last time I was here obviously was I think week 2 in the vlogs, week 2B, if you look that up. And this is God knows week 150-ish, so it's been a while. It's always strange being back to a place you used to live. It's that tourist in your own town feeling, but it is a town, a city I love very much, so it's nice to finally be back here. Right then, I'm back at London Paddington. We went to bed about 5 o'clock last night. Would have filmed some of being out, but it was a bit too dark, to be honest. The usual problem, no low light ability on this phone. Awesome night. I got an absolute stinking hangover, so I'm going home to bed. Oh dear, it's good to be home. I feel terrible. Do I look terrible? Tell me I look terrible. I feel pretty terrible. Fina's on a conference call that she's not enjoying very much, and Mark and Matt aren't exactly helping things by antagonising. but she's managing to throw stuff at people whilst simultaneously being on a call. It's really quite impressive stuff. Vino, unbelievable. Welcome to the Chiswick High Road again. Heading for Waitrose. Not because the colour scheme matches my Range Rover, as was reported on Twitter, but because they have a steamer I need to collect. It's still a first world problem, I grant you. Hello there, look, I picked up my steamer and everything, and it's only late, it's dark. You know how when you go onto the internet is filled entirely with YouTube videos of pets through funny lenses, and also geeks unboxing their ridiculous gadgets as if they're surprised somehow by what's in it. Well, welcome to an unboxing, possibly the first steamer unboxing you're going to see on the internet, and probably the last for good reason. So there's a box with the steamer on it. To open it, here you see we have exciting things like an instruction manual that will never be read. What else do we have? A plug, well that's quite useful. Totally, can't get it out. Box. Okay, let's go for a slide. That seems to be working. That's what's inside. Cardboard. Fluffy stuff that serves no purpose. And a steamer that I've taken out of the box entirely upside down. There we go. More cardboard. Ta-da! That doesn't... Ta-da, ta-da, whatever. Look at that! Yeah! Put water in, produce steam, get out food. Amazing! I'm sure you agree. My last one, did I show you the inside of it? It literally... It's not an exaggeration to say it basically exploded. Water leaked into where the wires came in, and it created quite an interesting rusty sort of sensation. So, oh look, rice tray. This is the exciting shit you miss if you don't watch a steamer unboxing. So there you go. There you go. The observant among you will notice it looks almost the same as the last steamer, because basically it is. It's just 6 years later. It looks nice. I should imagine as long as hot air goes that way, hot water even, hot air won't do anything. As long as hot water goes that way, it will cook food. I got it from Waitrose and from John Lewis. And it's about 55 quid, but it seems to be the same everywhere. If you haven't got a steamer, a quick bit of life advice: get one. You will never ever want to go back to boiling vegetables afterwards. Good morning. Now I know from your perspective that it probably seems that the only thing I ever do is walk along the Thames towpath. That's probably because that's the only time I get the camera out. And I do walk along the towpath a lot, especially at the weekend. But the last time I actually walked along the towpath towards work, I can't actually remember, but we're talking months ago at best, probably pre-Switzerland, probably sometime sort of May, which is really rubbish to be honest. But you know, things are really busy and what have you, and so this is my first opportunity to do it. It's 7:30 and that's why I look weary. Anyway, it's a lovely morning. I always say that, but it is. I think the morning is generally lovely, I just don't get to see it enough. So I'm always surprised. I'm like, oh, that's nice. I should do this a bit more. I'm not really a morning person, if you hadn't guessed, so that'll be why. That's why the shot go. Hang on, hey, look here. This is a problem with very high tides. I mean, they kind of block the path a bit, and it's going to become more interesting around Barnes. So I don't usually walk this at high tide, but I just didn't have much of an opportunity to do otherwise. I think about 15 minutes earlier and this would have actually been impassable. Anyway, there we go. Met a friend of mine yesterday who said, "Why is it so relaxing watching you do absolutely nothing?" The answer is, I don't know. But I know why I go for the walks. I think we talked about it a bit. I think it's basically perspective. An hour just strolling around and not worrying about the day-to-day is very calming. gives a little bit of perspective on existence, lets your brain think about other things. It's very healthy, you should try it. Except for the occasional police siren and birds. Shh! Being deep. There you go. So yeah, this is quite fun. I haven't actually walked. I don't know what the exact date was, but let's put it this way: it was a sufficiently long time ago that I'm not entirely sure what route I took last time. I was trying to make sure it was different this time, but who knows? There is a lot of police sirens this morning. I wonder what's something really major is obviously going down anyway. It does feel much more wintry, it feels much more autumny than last time I did this. It's a bit depressing in a way, but you know, it's better than out. Yes, they have a cow on their balcony labelled salt. I'm not judging, that's perfectly normal. I mean, there's a bloke lives near Richmond Park who has an elephant in his front room, so that's what happens around these parts. I think the cow is from a similar parade kind of thing to the elephant parade. You know, these charities organise artists to decorate animals to raise awareness for something or other. The elephant one was obviously to do with the trade against elephants and poaching and what have you. The cow one, not sure. Could just be a straight up art project. Anyway, I knew there was something I meant to say to you. It was sort of buzzing around my head and I'd forgotten. I literally forgotten what's happening in my own life. So today is Friday the 21st of, what month is it? September, there we go. Brain function. And yesterday I sent a moderately amusing tweet. Waitrose have been running this social media campaign, reasons you go to Waitrose. Hashtag Waitrose reasons. And so I've seen a few of them, one of them particularly good, said put down. The reason I go to Waitrose is because once in Barnes I overheard someone say, put down the papaya, Orlando, which I still think will make an awesome t-shirt. So I thought, oh yeah, you know, I had to get in on this, you know, take the piss out of Waitrose. I love them, but you know, it's a funny campaign. So I tweeted, moderately amusingly, the reason I go to Waitrose is because their colour scheme matches my Range Rover. I don't have a Range Rover, obviously, sorry to disappoint. And the reason I go to Waitrose is because I really like their food. It just seemed a bit, I don't know, boring. So it got picked up by a few people, got tens of retweets and what have you, nothing sort of world changing. And then last night I get an email from a friend of mine saying, oh, that Waitrose story, you made it onto Sky News, so that's interesting. Here's the screenshot. And then later on, I got a few emails from people going, do you realise that you're in the Daily Mail? Now, I don't know what the opposite of a life's ambition is, but whatever it is, that's what I've just achieved. So feel free to commiserate me in the comments below. There we go, so, you know, it really is, there is nothing secret you say on the internet, that is for sure. So maybe now I should make my actual opinions felt, but I'm slightly concerned that I'd be more regularly in the Daily Mail. Probably not the best thing. You see? Now it's very quiet. This is what it's all about. Peace. Anyway, what I'm up to, I figured I should give you an update. That's usually what I do. It's like, what am I going to do in the next few weeks? As if you care. So, I'm working on these videos at the moment. Excuse the cyclists. Which need to be finished next week, so that's my big project. I've whinged about them already. But there we go. They're going to be very good. They're just not going to be paid an awful lot to do them. And then I'm off to Gran Canaria on the 3rd of October, so you will obviously come with. Should be fun. Be nice to be somewhere warm for a change. You see that cyclist who's just gone past me? He's following very slowly behind. He looks exhausted, to be honest. I do wonder sometimes when you take your dog for a walk, the owner's like, oh yeah, this is great, and sometimes the dog looks like, seriously? I was just getting comfy, what the hell is this all about? Where are we going? Need to appreciate dogs. Dogs need to appreciate the towpath. That's my new campaign. Let's see what we can do to help. Welcome back to the Heart Main studio. We've been in there for a couple of days because this blew up, and now we're back.
Hi.
But Neil's not so interesting. I mean, he's in fact, this was slightly more interesting.
Oh.
New iPhone, yeah.
Yeah, you geek. I would never do something like that.
So now what we're going to do, we're going to switch from one camera to the other. We're going to upgrade.
Oh, so upgrade me. Wow.
There we go.
Proper high def. I look better. I look slimmer.
Well, you look slimmer because the screen's wider.
Oh.
It's just an illusion. So, it's like going into a hall of mirrors.
Oh.
But it's, you know, it's a start. We'll work with that and we'll
Okay.
we'll move forward.